Using a custom Part 5 kit by Fierce City Creations, I sanded the entire mask using 120 grit sandpaper for the actual paint to adhere to the mask. I use gray primer as the base coat for the mask, and I let it dry 30 minutes so nothing will get sticky or scraped up. Then I use almond spray paint for the actual base coat of the mask, which will the chevron and the weathering and all the scratches will go on. Using painter's tape and red acrylic paint, this is what I use to create the upper chevron. Now you have to be very careful and let the actual initial base coat dry because, well, you can peel away the base coat. Which I guess for this mask isn't that big of a deal, but for other masks, be careful, let stuff dry, and do this very carefully. Using a knife or any other sharp object, the next step is to basically scrape away the almond spray paint to reveal the gray underneath. Now I would use a reference photo like the one I'm about to pop up right here to actually dictate where you need to scrape. For the little weathering that the actual mask has in terms of dirt layers, use very watered down burnt umber acrylic paint. Pat it all over the mask and then use a paper towel or some sort of fabric to basically rub away or pat off the initial dirt. Now this part is really fun. Mix clear Elmer's glue, red food dye, and very few drops of green to kind of darken the blood. Mix it all together and do a very watered down, almost rain splash blood effect on the axe mark.